Okay, hello there YouTube. This is the TheBattleRifle, and I'm going to be doing a video here. I'm going to be basically showing you my progress through the... Well, I'm going to be showing you what I've done in the game. I'm going to be explaining what I've done. I'm going to be doing a tour of the Nintendo Gallery complete. I've basically done a super 100% playthrough where you do like everything possible, not only collect everything, but like I'll explain more in a second about what super 100% is. But first of all, I'm going to do a Nintendo Gallery tour. I just finished hang on a second. I just finished collecting all the figurines, and I'm going to show you my figurine collection. So I just handed the guy the last figurine. Okay, so we'll start off with the Forest Haven room. So this room is fairly easy to complete. It's just a lot of traveling about. Like all of these core rocks, they're found on different islands after you beat the forest, the forbidden woods, and these two guys are obviously just here right now. Deku Tree, it's like a big ass figurine. Fado is legendary. Legendaries you can buy from Lenzo on Windfall Island. So you don't need to take a picture of them, you can just buy them for 50 rupees, I believe, from Lenzo on Windfall Island. So there are quite a few figurines that are like this. Let's see. Makar, you can just take a picture of Makar. I believe you can get his picture. There's like multiple opportunities you get. I don't think you can miss him. That's another thing as well. Some of the figurines in this game are permanently missable, which makes this, which makes the figurine collection like much harder to complete. Like, I think when Nintendo sort of made this feature, they didn't account for the fact that like certain characters are gonna leave the game at certain points. So you need to kind of make a note and like know when you can take that picture, and you'll be making a lot of trips to the Nintendo Gallery. That's for sure. Let's go to the Dragon Roost Island room now. This guy is a permanently missable figurine, Kagoli. I think he's just wandering around inside the Rito, like inside Dragon Roost, and for whatever reason, when around the time Medley becomes the sage of the Earth Temple, he leaves the game, and you can't, like, if you don't get his picture before he leaves the game, then you won't be able to get it. So you need to make sure you get his picture before then. Like, everyone else is not missable, I don't think. This is Quill, the postman. You can get a picture of Valu from the ocean. You don't need to be, like, you can be in your boat in the ocean and get his picture. These guys are actually missable. Before you get the Ballad of Gales, like if you've got the Ballad of Gales and you haven't taken this picture yet, then you won't be able to get this figurine. Basically, Cyclist, I believe it's Cyclist, the one that has the twister in the sea. You need to get his picture while you're being like kind of sucked into like the tornado. It's quite tricky, but it is doable. You need to get that picture. If you beat him and you don't have his picture, then he won't reappear. You can't take a picture of like either of these guys. But the good thing is when you get Cyclos' picture, you get them both as figurines. That's also a lot, like, quite common, is you can get multiple figurines by taking one picture. I'll show you some more examples of that later, but Kamali, you get both, doesn't matter where you are in the plot. There are also a lot of characters like this where they have different appearances as the game progresses. And with a lot of them, it doesn't matter where they are in the plot, you get both of them, like Kamali before he had wings and after. Naruto is a legendary, you can buy her from Lenzo, Chieftain. Medley is not a legendary, but there's like multiple opportunities you get to get hers in the game. And I believe if you beat the Earth Temple, you can get her while praying in the Earth Temple, I think. Yeah, these guys aren't actually on Dragon Roost, they're on the flight control platform, which is I believe 1 square east of Dragon Roost Island. It's pretty much that room. Let's go to the enemy room now. This one's actually one of the more difficult ones to complete. So, Floor Master, Goblins, like this is what I was on about, like you can get all the Goblins by getting one of their pictures. Same with the Keys, the Rats. The rat with the bomb is called a bomb Jew. So they are in this game. Same with the Chews, you get all of them. Mini Blends and the Octoroks. Fun fact, the winner of the Perfect Attendance Award was because they were in every single Zelda game up until this point, and that streak was ruined in Twilight Princess because there wasn't an Octorok in Twilight Princess. Georg is actually like kind of difficult to get a picture of. They don't. One thing I found out, they don't need to be facing you. Like most characters, you need them to be facing you, otherwise their pictograph won't work. But because most of the time they're submerged in the water, it's like really hard to do that. So I guess the game developers made it easier. So you can just take a picture of like their fin that's picking up water, and then it counts, which is good. And then best enemy in the game. You can go to Bird Peaks Rock and step onto the island and then zoom in with your camera and get a picture of one perched on top of like one of the spires. That's like how I got this one. That's the easiest way in my opinion to get one. There are other ways, like you can get one as like it's trying to attack you, but it's quite hard. You get all the pose, and this thing gave me nightmares as a child. Some of them are just like kind of difficult to get pictures of, like the bubbles. The keys are like the keys are pretty hard to get because they're moving around a lot, and the rats as well are pretty hard to get pictures of. The mini blends as well because they like move all over the place. But that room's just kind of tricky. Let's go to the Forsaken Fortress room. This one I think is the hardest to complete. Yeah, it's probably the hardest room to complete. So the dark nuts, you get 3 different types. There's one, it's like regular dark nut. There's like a gold dark nut. And then there's one with like a cape and a different helmet. And they're called Mighty Dark Nuts. They're all, so the Mighty Dark Nuts you can find at the bottom of the cave on Outset Island. The multiple floors. It's kind of like the Cave of Ordeals in Twilight Princess, but the Wind Waker version. Behind Grandma's house on top of the hill. You can find some in there, and you can also get them in Ganon's tower just before you enter the Ganondorf fight. And yeah, there's like multiple places, or you can, while you're going through the maze before Ganon's tower, if you take one of the wrong paths when trying to fight Phantom Ganon, you can find one of these, so they're not actually missable. There's like multiple opportunities you get. Go down, you can take his picture either in the fight, or after you beat him, you can take a picture of like him on the wall and it will count. Wizrobes. This guy is permanently missable. He's the mid-dungeon boss of the Wind Temple. So you need to get his picture in the fight, otherwise you'll miss him, basically. So Phantom Ganon is also permanently missable, but you fight him like multiple times. So don't worry if you don't get him like first time. I think his last appearance is in Ganon's tower, so. But try and get his picture before then. It's like pretty easy, to be honest. Moblins. So first of all, Ganondorf is a legendary. You buy him from Lenzo, so you don't need to get his picture. Although I believe you can take his picture in the Ganondorf fight, save, and then reload the save, and then use the picture. I believe that works too, but I bought his picture. Okay, so these bosses, Jalhala, Mulgera. Is it Mulgera? Yeah, I believe it's Mulgera. Yeah. Something. Kaledemos and Goma. You can. Okay, so you can either get their picture during the fight, or you can basically but in Ganon's tower you refight them. You can get their pictures in the refight, even though it's black and white. You can take their pictures in the refight, so they're not actually missable. You can go and you can get these like whenever, basically. The Helmrock King is missable. You need to get the Helmrock King's picture in the fight. You can get the picture when he's like kind of gliding in to try and swipe you out. It's like not that hard to get a picture of, but make sure it's good, and then come back, get his picture up. The big octos are permanently missable because you can kill all of them. So yeah. Make sure you get the picture before you kill all of them. Some of them have like less eyes, but it doesn't matter. Like if you take a picture of one of them, you get all of them. Phantom Ganon is missable. You need to take his picture in the fight, and he's not a legendary, so he's actually like harder to get than Ganondorf. So just when you fight him, take a picture, make sure it's good. You need to get his whole body in the frame. You can't just get like. You need to make sure he's far away, and then you can get his picture. Yeah, I think that's it for this room. This is like one of the more difficult rooms to complete because it pretty much requires like a long amount of time because you have to get these in like certain situations in the plot. Well, there's only like limited. It's just a difficult room to complete. So this is the Outset Island room. I believe this is one of the just easier rooms to complete. So you can actually take a picture of a crab. Gaboon is a legendary. You can buy his picture. Orca. These guys. You can take a picture of seagulls. Okay, so you can't get a picture of Arrow. I don't know how you pronounce it. Arrow. But when you get Grandma's picture, you get Arrow too. So you get both of those with one. The pigs and everyone else is easy to find. It's like probably the easiest room to complete. The Windfall room. I think this is one with the most figurines. So I think, yeah. This is the guy that you need to take. You buy the legendary pictographs off of. You get all the killer bees if you get one. And like I said, these characters, it doesn't matter where you are in the plot, you get like the rich and poor versions of both of them, so yeah. Yeah, everyone else is pretty easy to get a picture of. A potion guy. Yeah, it's just there's a lot of like, oh, you get both of these as well when you get that picture, and I think you get with the others as well. Yeah, these ones. You get both of those. But everyone else is like pretty easy to find. It's just a lot of back and forth. And finally the sea room. Okay, so first of all, when you get Tetra, you get all of the pirates, but Tetra is permanently missable. So if you miss Tetra, you will never get any of these figures again, basically. Like, it's going to have a massive empty sort of wall. However, you can get Tetra's picture. I believe you get a couple of chances. I got her picture when I was getting the Master Sword, so I recommend just getting it then. Like, it's not hard to take a picture. This guy's like really hard to take a picture of, but it is doable. Just take your time and then you'll be able to get it. So, the King of Hyrule is a legendary, and you get Zelda with him as well. So when you get the king, you get Zelda. These guys, I can't remember whereabouts they are, but you can find them and you can actually get a figurine. Salvatore, you can either get him on Windfall Island, or there's an island near Windfall where he sets up like a shop. That guy, he goes to Windfall at night, I think, to the cafe. I think you can find him there, and he has like an island somewhere during the day. Beetle, of course. Tingle. Ankle, I think it's Ankle. David Jr. And so this guy, you can only get him if you have the Tingle Tuner, like if you have the GBA connection cable. Because it's an optional thing, if you complete the Nintendo Gallery without obtaining this figurine, you won't be able to get this figurine ever again, because the Nintendo Gallery owner, he leaves, and if he's gone, and you can't get this figurine basically, so you have to basically get Knuckle before like Knuckle can't be your last figurine, basically. Just get him before you finish the collection, otherwise you won't be able to get him. Get a picture of a fairy. These are, yeah, so these are legendaries, and so is the Fairy Queen. So you can buy those. Trading merchants, you get all the trading merchants. They're actually Gorons, if you didn't figure that out already. And this guy. He's on like loads of different islands. But yeah, that's all the figurines. So apparently what I need to do is leave and re-enter. If I leave and re-enter, apparently that gives me the final figurine. I've made every last figurine this world could possibly desire from me. I've set out into the world in search of new inspiration to guide my hands. That's what was written here. So I guess that means you're the new master of the Nintendo Gallery, aren't you? Looks like you'll be with us for a long, long time. Well, I've been counting on you, buddy. I'll be here every day. And here is the final figurine in the game. Awesome. And I called my profile Brad100 because this is a super 100% profile. And I will quickly explain what super 100% is, what I've done basically. So in this video I'll put a description. In the description of the video I'll put a paste bin that it basically explains this all in depth, but I have my notes here. So basically I've got, for super 100% you need 20 hearts, you need to collect the Hero's Charm, the Magic Armor, you need all upgrades, so you need the 99 arrows, 99 bombs and the 5,000 rupee wallet. You need the double magic meter, all 4 bottles. Okay, let's read this quickly actually. Hero of Wind uses the Wind Waker to control the wind and sail the seas on his mysterious boat, which is actually the King Hyrule. Surprisingly, he seems to have an unnatural interest in figurines, and has at last completed his collection. He is now the master of the Nintendo Gallery. But yeah, so double magic meter, all 4 bottles, which I have here. You get one from Medley, one from a submarine, one from Windfall Island, and one from Beetle. You need to get all of the eye reef, lookout platform, and submarine chests. So that is every single eye reef has a chest, and so do all the lookout platforms and submarines. Basically, you need to get all those treasures. You need to get all 49 treasure charts, which you can see on the right. 49 treasure charts, and I've collected all 49 treasures. I've also unlocked every single map quadrant, and it says there's 49 treasure charts because there are 49 squares in this map. There are 61 total charts, so there's 12 special charts. I'll show you what they are quickly. So these are all the charts, but I've collected every single one, and all the treasures. And here are the special charts. So there's the Ghost Ship chart, Tingles chart, Incredible chart, Octo chart, Great Fairy chart, Island Hearts chart, Sea Hearts chart, Secret Cave chart, Light Ring chart, Platform chart, Beetles chart, Submarine chart, and that's it. So there's a lot of these that like people don't know about. In particular the platform chart. So I basically went to every single platform with this chart and then got all the treasures. Same with the submarine chart, shows you where all the submarines are. And the light ring chart, you get all the light ring treasures as well, which I have. So I've also got all the blue chew jellies. There are 23 in the game. I've given some to the potion guy, but to verify that I have got everything, I have recorded a playthrough of this whole thing basically, which is also on my YouTube channel. I'll also link that in the description of this video. But yeah, so you need to unlock, you also need to unlock green and blue chew jelly at the chew jelly juice shop on Windfall Island, which I have done. You need to collect both Beetle membership cards. I only have, so I don't have the second one. I actually used the coupon. I don't have the coupon. I used it, but there is like a video, like it's in a video. I do get it. Collect all 12 decorations and fill the town for the heart piece, which I have done. Defeat all 6 big octos and salvage their treasures. Get all light ring treasures, like I said. Learn the Song of Passing, which I have done. I can't imagine trying to complete the Nintendo Gallery without learning the Song of Passing. That would be pretty painful. Learn the Hurricane Spin from Orca, and obtain the Master rank from Orca. And that's pretty much it. I've got 20 hearts. Everything you can possibly do in this game, I have done. So yeah. And all I have to do now is beat Ganon, and that is it. Favorite hand? Left. That is the complete Nintendo Gallery. I hope this kind of helps. Like, there's a lot of this quest is pretty much like quite broken. It's pretty difficult to complete. Also wearing the green clothes, which means I used a new profile. If you use the New Game Plus profile where you don't have the Hero's Tunic, you start, or you already start with the Deluxe Picto Box, I believe. So I had to get the Deluxe Picto Box in this playthrough at a later time. So I did it the hard way basically. But completing it in this game is a lot more difficult than Wind Waker HD, because in Wind Waker HD, if you miss a figurine, you can go on Miiverse and ask for figurines. People can post their like pictograph pictures, and you can get figurines from those. It's a lot easier in Wind Waker HD, but just showing you now that it is possible in the GameCube version. It's just very hard. And I've been doing this since September 2016, and it's currently April 2017. So I haven't been playing it constantly. I've been doing this every now and then, and it's taken a very long time, but I finally did it. I only have to beat Ganon now. I'll do that in another video, but for now, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see. I don't know of many people that have done this. It was formerly Cosmo Wright who inspired me to do this. I hope to see someone else do this at some point. But yeah, thanks for watching.